8:14 on this Tuesday morning. Welcome back, Chicago. Verbal jabs thrown during last night's final gubernatorial debate. The two candidates holding nothing back as Election Day inches closer. The big topics: jobs, taxes, crime, and the African-American vote. We're taking a closer look this morning at the debate with political analyst Gerard McClendon. Gerard, always good to see you.
Good to see you.
Let's jump right in. A lot of negative ads, a lot of negative debates that we've seen between the two characters.
Yes.
I mean, the two candidates.
Yeah.
Calling characters in this because it's not been both their best sides. What would you say are the big takeaways from last night's debate that we didn't get out of the last two debates?
You know what, it's interesting because the polls are neck and neck right now. You saw that Quinn had to bring the big gun in. One takeaway was that he had to bring the President of the United States to Chicago State University.
Yeah, on Sunday.
Southside, 95th and King Drive, because he wants to galvanize and solidify that black vote. Rauner, he's endorsed by 8 newspapers, prominent newspapers. Quinn is running for his life right now with these polls neck and neck.
Okay, let's talk about how many celebrities are coming in, including, like you said, the president, to go after the African-American vote. Last night, do you think either side did a better job than the other in trying to appeal to that? And is this the first time that you've seen the candidates go after it and go after it for early voting?
Yes, I think they're both going after it. They're going after it early, and I think they're going after it with some degree of sincerity. You know, we see Rauner getting better and better at courting the African-American vote. He pulled the Stephanie Neely Trump card last night. He also pulled the Trump card of saying that he paid for a endowed chair and professorship at Morehouse College.
Yes, he did.
So he's coming out really, really strong here. Quinn is sticking to the script. He's trying to play it cool, but I saw a lot of did not answers last night, as usual.
And what would you say some of those did not answers? Because the questions have been asked throughout, I mean, each debate, but they were hit harder a little bit more last night. Still, the candidates didn't answer.
Assault ban. Rauner, he says that he doesn't come out and say that he doesn't support an assault ban on weapons.
Exactly.
But he says that I am going to make sure that guns stay out of the mentally ill and the criminal minded. That's not an answer.
Right.
You know, we also
what about with Quinn, when he threw it back at Quinn about, hey, you've been in office for 6 years.
Yes.
You could have done more to help African Americans. You could have done to help more of the people of Illinois and minimum wage.
He said, Quinn, you got a super majority. You know, he also pointing out the fact that Quinn may be bullied by Madigan downstate. And so Springfield is a huge issue, and we're going to see that the black vote is going to be prominent in this election.
They kind of go into, a lot of people have been talking about them going after, and we didn't talk about this, the early black vote, the early vote period.
Yes.
Why do you think the candidates are trying so hard to get that? Is it because they realize they need that African-American vote?
You know, head starts are always good. You know, if you watch drag racing, if you watch track and field, getting that head start, jump on the gun is so important. And in the black community, oftentimes if the weather is bad on election day, blacks won't come out to vote.
Right. People
who have lesser means won't come out to vote. So when you court the early voting crowd, you have a better advantage at that particular vote.
Because between here and November 4th, anything can come up. And what do you think? Does it help or hurt, or do you think voters care about having some of the heavy guns come into town? President Obama, Senator Ted Cruz, and even, of course, some of the singing celebrities out to support to try to get the vote.
Because it's all about excitement. Can you bring excitement to an election that isn't voting for a president?
But do the candidates think we're that shallow? Can you bring jobs? Can you bring, you know, fix the potholes? Can you bring other things to the county, to the state that we need versus the star power?
With 2 to 3 weeks out, the candidates, it's not as if they think that we're shallow. They know what excites us. And if we get excited and we can get to the polls, they may get our vote.
They get it. Okay. Gerard McClendon?
Yes.
Always good to see you.
Good to see you, darling.
See you, of course, soon within the next couple of weeks. It is 8:17 right now. Let's toss it on.